Greetings from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL Code S. I'm here with I'm Taste. Almost messed it up. I'm Taste with me as our toast. How you doing?
I'm doing excellently, Tasis. We had two very one-sided matches yesterday, but today I think they're going to be a lot closer.
They should be.
A lot more entertaining.
There was a big upset yesterday. We had Hong and Prime defeat MC. Yes, that's right. Hong and Prime defeated MC in Protoss versus Protoss. That's a little weird. That's a little actually, it's really exciting. I never would have guessed that we would have had results like that, and the games would look like that. So this is sort of a big deal, especially considering Hongan had suffered a little bit of a wrist injury.
Yeah.
He hadn't been able to practice as much. Really common to get wrist injuries playing StarCraft. A lot of people are like, what? No, actually, I'm totally serious. I mean, if you're not actually doing proper stretches with your wrists, if you're not actually taking care of your arm, it's very easy to hurt the tendons. So you actually have to do stretches and stuff. Anyways, let's go on to today's games. We got a pretty exciting first matchup.
We certainly do, Tasteless.
Yeah.
TricKsteR against LosirA, and then, of course, we have Byun against Bomber. Both matches very close. I would not be surprised if any one of these players made it to the finals. I think it's anyone's chance. I could absolutely see Bomber. I would say he's the favorite, but just slightly in this group.
Look, Byun's got a really interesting TVT style, a little bit more tech lab heavy with his builds. Actually, just in general, it's kind of like Lin, but he's somebody who's really got a lot of potential. And, it's funny because we watched Byun kind of grow up as far as his skill in the GSL. By the way, as you can see at the bottom of our screen, check out the mobile services we have now for GOM TV, so you can watch that on your phone and add GOM TV on Twitter.
Add us on Twitter, too.
Yeah, add us on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Call me Tasteless and Artosis.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're ruining esports.
If you don't, you're ruining esports, and you lost your passion years ago. So do that, please.
Your voice has changed so much from smoking if you haven't done that.
So our finals, you can see at the bottom of the screen, will be held at Yonsei University.
Oh, that's going to be so fun.
Yeah, that's
a little bit later than usual, though. 4:10 p.m. Korean Standard Time. That's 2 hours previous to right now. Yeah, that's later than our finals normally do start. So
yeah, normally we've had finals start at 2:10 or 3:10, but 4:10 is the time it's going to be at.
Moving up the ladder, Tasteless.
We are. Pretty soon we're going to be starting at midnight, and it's not going to make any sense, Artosis.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, just make sure you do that because it would suck to have a GSL finals party with all your homies, homegirls down there, and then you're like, oh, it's an hour in.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see the opening ceremonies. So we do have a slogan contest here at GOM TV. Here's some information about it. So right now, our slogan at GOM TV is "It's your turn to fly." I'm sure we can do better than that. So send some different slogans in that you think are good. We're gonna go through the different slogans. The one that kicks the most ass, you're gonna get a year GSL season ticket.
That's sick.
Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, and of course, it's going to be used in all these broadcasts and advertisements and promotions. So put some thought into that. I mean, that's a really easy contest to participate in.
Yeah, man.
And it's one that, you could be the guy that actually...
And you just show up and tell people that, and they're like, no way.
No way. You're like, you're the guy?
You're the guy.
You're the guy? He's like, I want to be the guy, too. And they can be like, no way. Maybe when you're older. I'm sorry. I haven't done a Strong Bad reference in quite some time. So...
Wow, it's been a long time since I've thought about Strong Bad Tastes.
Yeah, I think they're still around. They have to be.
Yeah. They're
still making stuff. They're still funny. Nothing funnier than the idea of a guy typing on a keyboard with boxing gloves on. And it's working.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. So, yeah, I mean, please participate in that. And, that's a lot of GSL season tickets. You could save a lot of money.
Huh. You definitely could. A whole year was worth. I think it's more of a pride issue, though. If you actually thought of the slogan. In fact, I'm going to enter it, Tasteless. I get the tickets for free because I work here, but I'm going to be like, GSL, it's better than the ZSL.
Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Watch out, man. Don't put this guy in a marketing company.
That's right, Tasteless. Jeez. I'll make you so rich.
What was the StarCraft 1? There was a Korean company, the StarCraft 1 team, and they went to a marketing company, right?
Finger boom.
So wait, no. Shut up. Let me tell the story.
Sorry, go ahead.
So... it's if you guys aren't familiar with how some companies do this, they go to an advertising company and say, all right, we need an idea. It's like if you've ever seen Mad Men. We need an idea that's going to capture this. So I guess this company didn't know, or I guess they weren't really that good with English. They thought they were. What do you play with StarCraft? You play with a mouse. What should we name our team? We'll call it finger boom. That would be like the slogan for the team. Now, I have a pretty clean mind, but if I had to, go into 7th grade again and think about what finger boom references, that's a terrible.
They had another one in there for like 12 seconds as well, which was terrible. And they ended up on Rollster. It's like a roller coaster.
I know. They just merged two words. I was
oh my God, my head hurts.
Here is the match results that we commentated yesterday. Check out those games, actually. There was a lot of them were shocking, but it was all very educational. Some great threats.
Coca versus ST game 2. That's a watcher.
Absolutely. And it was a 3-0, and as you can see down here, Hongan shockingly defeated MC in a 3-1, and those were actually great PvPs too. Some of them were quite short, but if you want to learn PvP, that's definitely one you can check out.
Second game I thought was probably the most educational overall.
Yeah, that was great.
Third game, the blank stock all in.
Second game, actually, though, I mean, it was simple, but it was, for people that are 4 warp gate rushing each other, that's actually a great way to see how something like that can work. But yeah, man, definitely. Oh, hold that thought. We got today's matchups. Excuse me. We have TricKsteR Soki Su against I'm LosirA, one of the best Zergs in the world.
Yeah,
he's a little bit overshadowed by Nestea.
Well, they're in the same team.
They are.
For a while there, LosirA was undeniably second best Zerg in the world.
Right.
He had some great finishes. He won a Code A. He got deep in Code S immediately. He got second at MLG Columbus. Kid's good, man. Kid's so solid, so amazing. Totally different style than Nestea, so really fun to watch as well.
And our second matchup, and this one should be pretty exciting. Pretty good if you want to learn Terran versus Terran, especially with these guys having very different playstyles. Bjorn against Bomber.
That's going to be a lot of fun, Tasteless. Bjorn has looked unbeatable almost lately, even crushing teams in the team league almost by himself. But Bomber as well. Remember that comeback? Oh, my God.
Oh, my heavens to Betsy. So definitely...
don't go anywhere. This is actually an awesome day.
Put your seatbelts on. Get your water wings inflated. This is going to be an exciting day here. Here's our first player. And this guy used to be a roommate of Artosis's.
Yeah, I lived with this guy over a year. Tasteless been out with him many, many times. Good guy.
Many bottles of soju they together have destroyed.
You have no idea, Tasteless. A very strong macro Protoss in StarCraft 1. His weak matchup there was Protoss vs. Zerg. In StarCraft 2, though, he's been a beast of all the matchups. During the beta, widely considered top 3 in the world with Fruit Dealer and Hydra. And he's been so good throughout StarCraft 2, but hasn't had a huge finish
I was about to say, it's kind of been a little bit of a sad story with this guy. Everybody keeps saying he's the best. And people are saying that obviously because they encounter each other on the ladder, they train with each other when they're not here. And then he doesn't actually produce the results. So this is a big day for him today to see, can I get to the Final Four? That's pretty damn impressive. Can I even get to the finals? And from there, can I win this whole thing? Because I was supposed to be the guy doing that back in Season 1, Season 2. And it wasn't happening. He was being eliminated pretty quickly.
That he was, Tasteless. But here he is against LosirA. This is going to be his hardest matchup yet.
Absolutely.
But at times, his PvZ has been described as unbeatable by Korean Zergs. We'll see if that's the case now.
Here's his opponent.
Just about as scary an opponent as you can get.
There's LosirA, belly button and all, ready to do this.
That's the sickest belly button.
That's the sickest belly button.
You are so good.
I think that's just a shout out.
No, we're going to go with that being the belly button. We're going to go with that.
That is excellent. LosirA, I really like this guy. He's got a really good attitude. Always upbeat, always smiling. We saw him have some success in MLG. Yeah.
He was actually played the first season of GSL, and he was actually extremely good at the time, but TLO did knock him out, 2-1 if I recall correctly, in TVZ. And LosirA disappeared off the face of the planet for a while. Then the first time he finally got back into Code A, crushed it. So this guy has just been learning and getting better and better and better. Very impressed by him when I interviewed him.
Yeah, he's a great player. And I think people really started taking notice to this guy when he won, or when he got to the Code A finals. Did he win that?
He did.
That was so long. I wasn't sure.
4-3 over OGS Supernova, if I recall correctly. Great series.
Of course, Code S, the most prestigious individual league in the world here. So these guys really want to win this. Here's the recent sets versus their opponents' races. So as you can see, LosirA, pretty damn scary. Some of these Protoss, he beat Puzzle, Huck, TricKsteR, who's actually playing right now, Alicia.
Yeah, that's a huge lineup of genius players, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that is a strong group of
Those
players.
are heavyweights right there.
Yeah, TricKsteR's done well as well. Not as big name players, as much as John wish it was. Yu-Gi-Oh's not the best player. But, a win over July, a win over Xenia, a win over Curix. Nothing to scoff at, Tasteless. I wish you'd stop scoffing.
I'm sorry.
You're
You
such
might as
a
well call me
scoffer.
Sir Scoff a lot. Our map's going to be dual site, 1-on-1 map. Artwork inspired from, games like Han. Games like Han, which bring the worst out in people.
The worst.
To just bring and just destroy friendships as you and your friends yell at each other. Try to figure out, which lane you're going to creep.
Indeed. Well, we saw eliminated Crevasse from TricKsteR. Good idea against a macro Zerg like LosirA.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Zelnar Caverns from LosirA. And that's actually really smart. Not particularly because of the map, but I feel like for LosirA's style, it's not going to be quite as good, and TricKsteR has shown a lot of success on that map overall.
Okay, it's time, Artosis. The countdown has started. TricKsteR against LosirA. Only one of these guys is going to move on to the round of 4. It is a best of 5, not a best of 3, because we are so deep into this tournament. Who's it going to be? Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah. I have no idea.
I really don't know. This is a pretty even matchup. I think the most even matchup out of, this round of the tournament.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
All right, I don't want to fight anymore. Thank you.
That's why I'm
All right. So, the game has now officially loaded. The probes, the drones are being split. Let's see who can do this here in the Codes round of 8 in Seoul, Korea at the GSL Codes. That music kind of reminds me of F-Zero.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? All right,
Yeah.
over here in the left starting location
Wow.
is named Soki-Su, that's Korean, or Sagi-Su, that's Korean for TricKsteR. His real name is Soki-Su. That's why I named himself that.
TricKsteR.
Whoa, she actually blinked over there. I wasn't ready for that.
She's your stalker, Tasteless.
Over here in the upper right.
I am LosirA.
I think I like her more than the one I was in love with yesterday.
Really?
Well, that's
Well, that's
the
one we
thing.
just saw, right? The bunny ears, that's the one you were in love with yesterday.
Yeah. They're in the up and down matches right now.
Oh, isn't
My
that
heart.
cute?
Oh, that is that's funny. No, Artosis, that's the thing about love, man, is sometimes you see a 5-minute clip of somebody, and not 5-second clip of somebody, and you fall in love with them, but then you realize the true love is seeing the second 5-second clip of somebody else,
Yes.
being like, wow. The person I want to raise a family with.
I would pay money to see you in a speed dating scenario. Tasteless just clicks off, I love her in every box. He's like, that was the best night ever.
Now, we've already seen something really interesting coming from our Protoss player here. He put a pylon at the expansion location. Now, I think that's pretty smart.
It's a
in this
wide open
situation.
choke, though.
But the other factor that kind of dawned on me as I said that is this is a map with gold bases.
Yep.
Zerk could actually just mosey on over to the gold base and take that, not
Yeah.
to deal with this pylon, shenanigans.
And that is only one of the many things that can be done. I mean, see, he's putting down a Nexus, but LosirA has the potential to do a lot of things. He can go the Nest Hero out and make a layer right away.
I wouldn't even think a Ro8 all-in would be that bad because of this map.
I wouldn't even all in. You know what my favorite thing is, Tasteless,
wouldn't?
that I see is 3 roaches. Because then they have to prepare for the all-in.
Ooh, now that's really
You force
smart because
every cannon, make 1 trillion drones, you have 3 roaches, you are going to pick off probably a building or 2. And
and they have to
You have
essentially
complete control.
overreact in that situation.
Exactly. So,
Well, thank God you're not in this tournament, Artosis.
no, Tasteless. It's a good thing that they hired me to do commentary. We wouldn't want it to be called the ASL, the Artosis StarCraft League.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
They're like, we're sick of passive macro.
I'm going to do something really original. I'm going to make a tournament called the TSL.
Yeah?
The Tasteless Star League. Because there's no tournament with that name out there. Now, The placement here for TricKsteR, we got a nice little view of that waterfall.
That's
that was
beautiful.
very refreshing.
Well, LosirA right now is actually just getting speed. He's stopped mining gas and just droning up like a crazy person. So he's going to get a ton of drones out very quickly here and pass TricKsteR in the drone count. But will he make another hatchery? Right now, his build looks a little bit middle of the road, but he is saving up minerals. So we're just going to have to wait and see. I would love for him to make another hatch, though. He's got to do something. You can't just let him expand like, all right, I'll play normal. I'll play as if you're going 3-century expand.
If he's going to make another hatchery, it'll be in just a little bit here.
Yeah,
and there it is.
Just started it.
So
we'll show you that in a second.
Yep, we'll get a shot of that in a jiffy.
Well, nice creep tumor in the main base to connect the main and natural, realizing, of course, that there's a very good chance that a Void Array will come into play, that Phoenixes will come into play, and connecting the creep between the main and natural are very important things to do. And
now we see hey, Jay, can we get a shot of the third base? We got more gateways coming up here. And there it is now.
There it is.
So he is going to go for kind of what we've seen in StarCraft 1, where it's like Protoss expands quickly. Zerg is always just trying to play catch-up, saying, well, if you're expanding, you can't attack me at this moment. And the Zerg also expand in a location that's a little bit unorthodox. We'd expect the Zerg to expand to the top center.
Yeah, top center, or if he's going to expand a little bit further away, maybe a gold base. But not choosing either of those, that's fine. It's up to him.
Whoa!
So we're going to see
timing
a 7-gate here. And there is not, in fact,
robo?
any robo yet.
Huh.
Yeah, I actually love this build with a robo. But TricKsteR right now not showing that. In fact, he hasn't gotten his 2 gases. Normally with a 7-gate, you have to go pretty sentry heavy with some extra zealots, because that is the only way to really support 7-gate.
You know what's also interesting about this is he's actually not, okay, now he's mining for gas. I was about to say, I was like, this is weird. Maybe he's trying to do something much more technical than it even appears to be.
Well, AnyPro kind of showcased this build at first, but his included an observer. LosirA right now, though,
he might actually be trying to rush more quickly.
Yeah, I think that is the case. We have not seen any tech up from LosirA. He's just getting the +1 Carapace and a Roach Warren. So it's anyone's guess if he's going to actually go Zergling or Roach at this point. I am actually very excited to see how LosirA goes about defending this. TricKsteR, on the other hand, I know exactly what's going on here. This is a pretty all-in-ish build.
Well, here's another factor is right now TricKsteR is going to think that his opponent's going to have more than he should have, because or he's going to expect to see more coming from here. Well, because there's just he thinks his opponent's on 2 base.
LosirA has literally only 5 roaches at this moment, so this is a nice timing by TricKsteR, doing a lot of damage. The queen does go down. That's going to be a lot less production. The roaches, though, are holding on. The spine crawler does go down. And if he can somehow get over here and kill these sentries off, he'd be in great shape. But LosirA right now making 22 lings and 2 more roaches. He's going to have a lot of units. A lot of this is going to come down to the forest fields. Will this pretty all-in-ish build by TricKsteR be able to actually kill off LosirA? I don't know, man.
He's not able to trickle over there and get a force field up by the ramp. You can see he's just a little bit cautious. He's probably chrono boosting his gateways right now.
Yeah.
Whoa! He's making a cannon with this.
Oh, interesting.
All right,
using
that's
for
what
detection.
Okay, because I was actually about to ask myself, I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't he get the robo if there's the same build or get the robo?
100%. It's a detection thing. And here we go.
Angle here for
nice
TricKsteR.
Zerglings. Look at that. Doing some good damage so far. He's probably going to want to target that cannon down while he's just sitting there. And oh no, he was up too close for too long. A lot of roaches getting trapped in there. In fact, that was well over 10 supply in that little perfect force field we saw from TricKsteR, and he is holding on very well at the moment.
The cannon is going to finish, but the pylon is...
Actually, that's a pylon.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
The pylon finishes, so he did deny the cannon. And it looks like a macro hatch is going to go down here. I don't think there's a lot of time left for this rush to work Artosis.
Yeah, it's actually these Zealots not doing a lot. Actually trapped there for a moment, letting the Zerglings get more damage than they should have. But they have +1, so Zealots, with their +1, that is now negated. It will not 2-hit Zerglings. And with all those spines, it looks like this rush may, in fact, be over, which is very bad for TricKsteR because his tech is non-existent. His probes are only at 45.
Yeah.
In a normal game, he would have well into 65 probes by now.
Yeah, this situation's getting a little bit sticky now. He is over here in the location where there aren't spine crawlers right now. You can see their spine crawlers will be relocated over there. But this might be enough time. I mean, the Zerglings and the Roaches getting there at separate timings as well.
Yeah.
More Zealots and additional Sentry coming in here too.
Well, a lot of Zerglings are on the way. The spine crawlers ever so slowly walking across the lack of creep right there that he almost has connected. And they're going to go ahead and burrow. He cannot lose this base, Tasteless. It has his macro hatch almost done at the moment.
He's losing a lot of Roaches right now.
That's true, but
not a very good retreat.
He is trading with sentries for a lot of it.
Oh,
There's
you know
only
what? He
2
denied
sentries
that.
left.
He denied the macro hatch.
Oh, very nice move by TricKsteR. And, wow, well, here we go. He's moving down those spine crawlers while he attacks. Good timing on that, so they have time to burrow.
A little bit of missed micro there with the Stalkers.
Yeah, and there's just no force fields left at the moment. The pylon not coming in. And even though he has a scary amount of Stalkers left still, LosirA has killed off every sentry at this point. A few more do finally get rallied in, but that's not a lot of force fields. It's not a lot of Guardian shields either.
You know, I know that TricKsteR's kind of forced to keep doing this, but it looks like there's no way that LosirA is going to lose this in the immediate future. I think LosirA is a smart guy. He's going to know probably shouldn't try to make any more drones here. Just keep making attacking units and wear him out. He's got a limited amount of minerals there. He will get the queen. No, he will not get the queen. How about that?
And look at that. Not a lot of force fields. That's it for force fields for now. The Zerglings still getting good surface area. Zealots being taken out. And, I mean, this is really quite all in by TricKsteR at this point. I mean, he's not upgrading anything. He's not getting any more tech. He's not getting any more probes. He is just making random units and trying to break LosirA, who has a lot of spine crawlers, a ton of macro going on, a much better economy, better upgrades. He's already at 1-1. Everything is looking LosirA's way.
A lot of this did have to do with we see him making a cannon out, but that initial cannon not actually getting up. And, you know, not able to really support. One cannon can make a huge difference, whether it's in offense or defense. And this looks like it should be the end of TricKsteR.
TricKsteR is not going to have a lot to say after this. His entire army being destroyed. It is 107 supply to 74. And it's even much, much worse than that. 3 base against 2. Mass drones against just a small amount of probes. Better upgrades again. Just everything is looking good for LosirA right now. Even though he actually still doesn't have a layer. Nice fun thing to point out here.
Well, he's matching him on low tier tech.
Yeah.
But what he's doing is he has an additional base, so it's like, you know, you can wait. I mean, if you notice, he's really still focused on making macro hatches. He doesn't even need a layer.
No, he doesn't. You're quite right, Tasteless. There's no tech for TricKsteR.
Yeah.
That's one of the things he sacrificed here. You know, if this was any pros build, he would have had something to fall back on, but TricKsteR's actually just attacking with very little. And oh my god, it's a Zergling run by.
He's going to go in the main, and this means now TricKsteR has to warp in units over here.
Yeah, that's going to slow down the attack at the other place, but the other location has a quadrillion roaches and spines. Although TricKsteR has done a good job of refilling his sentries, it's very, very important. Keep those Zealots back. Beautiful in-battle micro.
Good. Hold position on the Zealots. He's not going to let him get eaten up by the Roaches. But tell you what, man, there's just too many Roaches.
LosirA says, I don't need speed. I just need Roaches. He has just got too much here for TricKsteR to handle.
I think
and
as he loses,
yep,
there it is.
Absolutely. Cannot lose that many sentries twice on this all-in build. And LosirA saying cool, calm, and collected.
He is.
Cleaning up.
He looks like he's surfing Facebook right now. Look at this guy. He doesn't even look like he was just in a game. He's like, I didn't like that. He clicks like.
TricKsteR, on the other hand, wonders why Facebook doesn't have an unlike button. Speaking of Facebook, add Tasteless. He's /Tasteless on Facebook. I'm /Arcosis.
Yeah.
Go there.
Go try to find my actual, real, normal Facebook. Please, people. I'm never going to add you, man. Let him know, man.
It's like your brother's
every
watching.
day.
Like, aw. All right,
so that is Mario on drugs. I cannot see make it be anything else. So the IM coach right now.
Yeah, he's very happy with LosirA. He's like, oh, you're just owning. You just keep owning. LosirA's like,
owning so bad. He's like, I know. Wow. Well, you know, let's just kind of recap on that game, because I want to make this educational, because we keep getting new viewers here.
Yeah.
And I think we did spend a lot of time being educational in like the first few seasons, and now we're like, all right, everybody sort of got the hang of this, but
you're very right.
You know, with our numbers, doing well. Basically what happened is TricKsteR made one decision. He said, I'm going to actually just make 7 gates. So many gateways and that will produce so many units that I can't even tech. I can't get the higher tier stuff. And I'm going to hope that LosirA is going to try to bring out a layer, do all this other stuff. And in that point in time, I'm going to run him over. LosirA identified that. It all came down to unit control, and LosirA won. Going on to game number 2 on Metalopolis, old school map. We're going to have another PvZ here and see if TricKsteR tries something different or tries something the same. This is a map he could do the same build on.
Absolutely,
Hoping not, but we'll see. That would be kind of the unpredictable move to do. LosirA, though, has got to be feeling confident. All right, it's time. The game is loaded. You know what that means. It means it's time for this shot. We zoom over the S. The fireball comes down. We go into the game.